Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Enshrouded. Enshrouded has a new update out, and I want to see how the game... This is an early access, by the way, if anybody wants to get Enshrouded for yourself. This is available on Steam. You can also check our link in the description. Thank you, Keymailer, for providing us with the key to this game. I want to see what the update's about. I made another character at some point. His name's Viking, not because we make the joke around my stream. This is how I wear my hair. Well, it's a little braided up top, and it's more braided in the back too, but it's pretty similar. Anyway, the joke is it's a man bun and not a Viking knot, so that's the joke. I digress. New character. Let's make a new one. Let's make a daddy. Yeah, let's make a daddy. Phrasing. Context. How does this guy look? I want to go with skin tone first, and then we'll build around this skin tone. Ooh, a bronze duder. Oh, wow. That's... Okay, that's a choice. Ooh. I actually like the bronze dude or him. Yeah, I like that look. Skin color. Oh, and then you can... Oh, right. They've actually added more options here, which I'm digging. I'm digging. I like that. I like that. Alright, next. Hair. But welcome in. Hope you're excited to see a little bit of the new update for Enshrouded. I'm mainly curious to see what's new in starting a new character. That's kind of what I like to see with a new update. I don't have a high-level character outside of my level 20 that I have. But I think you have to go to certain regions in order to experience the new stuff. No. That was a preset. That was her skin. Yeah, you can't really change the facial structure. Not yet, anyway. No. You know? Kind of feels accurate. I'm just saying. Minus the full-on dreads. Mine's more braided, thicker braids than dreads. That's a man bun. That's a man bun. I will do that, but I don't go out like that, right? You know what I mean? I take pride in my appearance. I try to do something with my hair. Although I ain't gonna lie, trips to Walmart where I just don't care. Yeah, look, I'm not above putting a man bun on, alright? I'm just saying, the way I normally wear my hair is closer to this. I keep it short on the sides and the back because it's hot down here in Texas. And then I have longer braids on top that I put into a knot, and then it kind of hangs a little bit. It's a Viking knot is what I call it. And that's also what my barber told me when I was like, hey, I want to have this hairstyle because I saw it from like, yeah, that's actually closer. Braided up. It's because it's getting longer now. Is I brought them a picture of Ragnar Lothbrok of the Vikings TV show. And I brought them a picture of that and said, hey, I'm going for this style. I want to look kind of like this. And they're like, oh, okay, so you want a top knot, you want a Viking knot. And I'm like, yes, I do. And I like, that's what it's called. That sounds cool. Oh, look at those braids. Oh, dude, those are nice. Oh, they've added some new hairstyles, dude. Ooh, looks like Aloy. Ooh. Now, let me go for something a little, where was the business up front, party in the back? Actually, it looks a little like, yeah, like you wrap the hair on top and then just put it in a little bit of a knot, but you keep it there. You're just mainly keeping your hair out of your face. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of cool hairstyles now that I'm looking at it. Let's go with this one so we can have a little bit of a knot going on. All right, hair color. We'll go straight dark because I'm even tone. I'm not trying to make me a one-to-one. I'm just, getting close-ish. Okay, what kind of beard do I have? I have just a normal full. That's stubble. That, a little more of a beard. I have a beard. Like a beard. Yeah, that's a beard. Yeah. And then color. Nice. My eyes are more brown. Actually, yeah, darker brown in my eyes. Okay. And then eyebrow color. A little darker. Yeah. Oh, voice. Here we go. I don't know. Does that sound like me? Let me try it again. Probably not. Okay. That sounds right. Jason, what are you doing? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna call this character Janes. This was coined by a wonderful cutie who's part of our community. We're part of their community too. They're over on Twitch. Storm was here, spelled Storm W-A-Z, and then here H-E-R-E. They coined the name Janes because it's Jasongains, and they put it in one word, and they call me Janes. And you know, now it's a loving term, so we're gonna keep it. Let's create. All right. Space to confirm that I want to be this character. And you can do a number of things in the game. You can join, by the way, you can join an online game. Look, there's servers. There's people who have an open lobby. Look, that's open. Most are locked generally, but some, they'll open up their game and just say, yeah, I want, you know, just random people. They can hop in. They can play with us if they want. I tend to do single player more often than not, or play with people I know. But yeah, that you can just do that. If you're a person who would rather join in a server and play with other people at a moment's notice, you just go here, go to where it said join, and look for these right here, this icon. Or if you'd rather host your own and have your friends join, you would do it through here. Or if you want a locally saved private game, you do it here. Fun fact, the locally saved private game, you can use your own as the one to host, meaning you can play this a bunch offline, and then when you decide, hey, I want some people to jump in the game I've been working on, you can just host it and you can pick the save. I'm gonna pick Gainesville. No, wait, we should do a brand new one, right? We should create a brand new one to see what's new. Yeah, let's create a new one. I'm gonna call it, in the words of Alan Tudyk, those who know me may know where I'm going with this. In the words of Alan Tudyk, made famous by, well, he was made famous by a number of things, but I know him originally for the movie Serenity and then the TV show Firefly. We will call this land. Yeah. Let me see about detailed difficulty settings. I want to set it so I don't lose my loot on death, because I find that a little annoying. Loot lost on death. Default means you lose your loot on death. Lose all means you lose everything. Keep all. That's what I want to do. Other than that, I don't really change anything. I don't mind repairing weapons. I think that's fun with the durability in the game. I'm okay with that. Running back to pick up your stuff. If you're like, bro, I don't want to go back there. I just want to go, you know. I'd rather keep my loot if I can. All right, that's all I've adjusted. All right, create it. And let's get in there. I'm ready. Y'all ready? I'm ready.
Long ago, a wanderer brought an enthralling gift to the people of Embervale. The elixir. It was a cure, a blessing, a weapon. Once concealed by the ancients, its might had been set free. With it came power, mistrust, and a longing for more. Humanity dug the elixir wells, ripping apart the land and each other to quench their thirst. Elixir and blood, a drop for a drop. But from the depths of the wells, an unforeseen curse crept into Embervale. The Shroud, a ruinous fog which sought only to spread and devour. Facing their downfall, ancients and humans united to forge the Flameborn. Now, your time has come. Awake.
You gotta love a good intro. Oh. Looks like an eggplant, like a big metal eggplant. There's a person in there. I'm a person in there. Ooh. So this is where we start. Okay, so this does feel slightly different, because I remember when they did this, it was a cutscene, and where you actually started the game was you were over here. You like stood up right here. I like that small change. It's a small detail, but hey, immersion, right? Like, yeah, I just woke up. That's where I literally woke up from. All right. Let's go check out what's good. Ooh. Oh, look on the top left. What does that say? Rested and active, sheltered, warmth, comfortable. Okay, so those are our, whatchamacallits. Our our buffs. One new locations charted, one markers added. Okay, so this feels familiar. Right, I remember this. This is where you your flame. This is your hub, your where you restore a lot of items. E to communicate. You've slumbered for too long, Flameborn. The realm of Embervale has fallen, consumed by the Shroud. Now, the enduring flame calls for you. Find a place in the ruined world and construct a flame altar to create shelter from the dark. So you want me to be Bob Vila, yeah? Okay, I can do that. Maybe. I've seen a lot of Our House. Or I forgot the name of the show from Bob Vila. I digress. Those who don't know Bob Vila, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. We have all these wonderful shows out nowadays regarding do-it-yourself, home repair, home expansion, stuff like that. Dude, can I just say, this game's prettier now. Yeah, they've done some improvements on the graphical updates, dude. I can see them right away. Those who don't know, I'm something of a... I don't know another way to say it. I'm a bit of a hoe for visuals. You like the pause there? So I like pretty looking games. I don't know. I'm just into it. I mod textures, a lot into games I play, like Skyrim, Fallout 4, Oblivion, Morrowind's a tough one. It's tough. I know there's rumors about the Oblivion remake coming out. I would have preferred rumors of a Morrowind remake, to be quite honest, because I've always wanted to play Morrowind, but when it's a game that was meant at the time to look somewhat visually realistic, and of course many years pass, it now looks dated, right? Because you know what they were going for. But if it's a particular style, let's say Stardew Valley, Animal Farm, there was a style that was intentional, meaning that's probably a style that's going to withstand the test of time. Because it was meant to look like that no matter when you looked at it. Whereas, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, it was meant to look visually realistic, visually, cool. And now when you try to go back and play Morrowind, it's not holding up well. Even with mods, it's tough. So I digress. A vast world awaits you, filled with secrets and peril. Press 1. Oh, I. Sorry, that's not a 1, that's an I, bro. Imagine reading. Press I and navigate to the map to track your discoveries. Okay, I button. And then we navigate to the map. M's. Planes for first base. Okay, so it wants me to place our first base there. Okay. So it wants us to navigate that direction. So I can set a waypoint by right-clicking, like that. C to recenter. Oh, I say, like, if I go this way and I want to go back down here, I press C, and it puts me back where I'm at. That's cool. That's cool. F, locate waypoint. What does F do? Oh, it shows... Okay, that's cool. You can see where you're at by pressing C. And when you press F, it goes to where you set as a waypoint. I like that. And, of course, you can zoom in. And out. Oh, I forgot how big this game is. Ooh. All right. And now that the waypoint has been set, let me double check. If I right click it off, does it still show on my UI? It still shows on my UI, but you'll probably have multiple waypoints. And when you do this, you'll know which one that one is specifically, because you see on the top of the compass, it has a bit of a yellow highlight on it. Okay. Oh, this is glowy. Read. On the flame and its murmurs, pure light engulfs the knowledge of the ancient breed, protects it in a flaming core. Wisdom far beyond my own imagination. I could stare into the fire for hours, seeking answers, a whisper. But I hear none. Despite possessing a voice, it only speaks to those born from the flame. A shame, as I believe we could have quite enlightened conversations. Balthazar. Oh. And in the top it says the Alchemist's Theories 1. Okay, so this is some notes left behind, huh? Okay. Okay. So it wants me to go down there, but I have no way to go down, and I might get wrecked if I go down there, right? But that's it. That's our waypoint. I do remember how to play this a little bit. Dude, the design on the floor, dude, that looks great. I didn't notice that before. They really have done some updates, dude. That look, they're just small details, but it makes the world just feel that much more alive and lived in. Like, hey, somebody had to make those details, you know what I mean? Somebody lived here before. Oh, hey, there's the flame guiding us. It does look good. It looks real good visually. Yeah, I'm very happy with the way it's looking. The physics on the hair look way better than the first time I played it. Because this is an early access game, by the way. So it's not fully finished yet, but it just keeps getting better and better, dude. It keeps getting better and better. What's this? A bandage. Okay. 2 of them. Thank you. Oh, and it consolidates it in your hotbar at the bottom. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, what's in here? I forgot about the kick animation. Love it. So E to take each individually. You can scroll between them. Or F to take it all. I'm going to F it. Oh, and it equips the torch for me. All right. Attack with left click. Pop. Feels right. E to hold and throw. Have I done this before? Let me throw it somewhere safe, right? That I won't lose it. E to... Oh, you just hold E and it just tosses it. So that's your drop button. Okay. Okay, so your drop button now is whatever weapon you're wielding. Let's say it's no good or whatever and you want to toss it. You just hold E. I'm going to collect another torch. You never know. You never know. There's a durability system in the game. And, you know, the more you have your torch out, much like IRL, you know, it's gonna go out, right? It's gonna go out eventually. All right. So we need to go... There's a ladder there. There's... Oh. I like how the flame lights our way. That's kind of cool. So I can go down this way. Oh. Use a terraforming tool or explosives to forge a path through the rubble. Explosive powder balls can be thrown. Explosive barrels are detonated at range. Those look like... Oh! Oh! They're put them right next to them. Okay, so I remember, I think, and I may be misremembering because I've played this before. This was on stream over at twitch.tv/jasongainz. Your favorite pineapple on the internet? I would hope. I would hope. I mean, look at me. I'm cute. Look at me. I got my little blue blanket. I'm like a little spicy fruit burrito. I digress. I thought I remembered in one of the past updates that those bombs were like down here somewhere, and you know they had the player kind of look around to see stuff like this. But now they're right next to it, which is good. It makes sense because they're like, hey, you could do this. Oh, they're right there. You know, to teach the player a little more what's the word? Streamlined is the way. Because I remember looking around like, well, what do I use these on? And I couldn't quite see it at a glance until I came up here and I'm like, oh, this is what I use my bombs on. Whereas now, boom, right there. I like that. Okay, so number 4. Okay, do I have one in my hand? I can't see it in my hand. But I apparently can throw it. Okay, well, let me get... I probably shouldn't be close to something I'm throwing a bomb at, right? Okay, so left click to throw. Did it work? Well, it did something. It hit the ground, so I got to throw it higher. Okay, let's throw it a little higher. Nice. Let's do it again. Uno más. Cool. Ooh, there's stairs. Ooh, there's a chest. I love this. This is one of the fun things about Enshrouded. Is the terraforming. Is pretty much everything. Like, you can dig through the ground and like make a little hobbit hole if you want. Most environments are destructible except for ones that are like, you know, pre-designed, and you'll know, like, if you try to use your axe, your pickaxe, whatever on it, nothing happens. You're like, okay, so that's, you know, that's a set area. But most of the world, like, they let you build and dig and do all that kind of stuff everywhere. We got a hunter's ring, +1 stamina, +1 stamina regen. Ooh, okay. Can I equip that? Let's go to inventory. Was it character? I think so. Yeah, and then ring, and I have a ring, and it's equipped now. Yeah, yeah. Can we see it on our character? Just wondering. It's not like a make or break for me, but you know, it would be a cool detail to just see a random ring cosmetic on your hand. Here we go. Ode to Pike Mead. This is a drinking song. Gather round, we're drinking, an ode to the queen once young. 3 babes on her arm, cup filled to the brim, thinking out loud she'd sung. Rather mead in my cup, or my cup filled with rum, drink too much rather than be done. Can't only have some, so share some around, drink too much rather than rather drink one. So they would rather drink too much than drink only 1 beer. That's fine. My people, Latinos. I'm Latino, by the way. So yes, I'm a piña instead of a pineapple. I'm a piña. If you're a piña colada. Anyway, rather mead in my head and my head on the run than my head on a pike with none. Get the rum and the mead. Get the mead in the cup. Get the cup to your head. Drink up. I like it. Bars. That's hot fire. I love it. I love it. I love the lore. I like little lore bits. All right. Torch is back out. What I did to do that is I just pressed my 1 key. Whoop! I didn't mean to press 1. Oh, interesting. So not only can you attack with your left trigger, you can just press the 1 button. Ah, intriguing. Okay, so in order for me to unequip it, wait, can I unequip it by holding R? Does it let you put it away? How about R? No? Okay. I was just wondering if that's how you like. Well, let's go to controls. I'm curious. How do you like put away your item? But it's a torch. Can't really put it in your pocket because then you'd have a hot pocket. So you don't want that. Not from a torch, you don't. You want a hot pocket in a different way. Use item, cancel, jump, glider. This is controller key bindings. Building mode, gameplay, close. I know it was close. I know initially the game it is designed with people who like controllers in mind. You can play on mouse and keyboard perfectly fine with no issues. It's just, you know, little things like that. They're still updating as they go. But if you do want to, you know, unequip a weapon, you know, at a glance, pretty easy. All you need to do is make sure you just scroll over, and I'm using my mouse wheel to do that, to something that's empty and look unequipped. So if you don't want it. Oh, if you notice also on the bottom on the torch, you see how it used to be fully green and now it's has a little dark area next to it, as in it's taken away some of what it has. Yeah. Oh, okay, so I just walk up to the ladder and I use it. Cool. Very intuitive. Anything over here of value to check out? No. Space is your jump button. Oh man, do I have a bomb left? Ooh, I have one left. Let's go for it. Did we get it? Yeah. Nice. Open. What do we get? More bandages, and you know, I'm not gonna be angry with it. You never know. You never know. Oh, loot. The game gave me wood. And buns. Is the game trying to tell me something? If y'all are new here, I'm a bit weird. I apologize. That's cool. So like the harvesting of the game. Not only can you do it by chopping trees, using your pickaxe on rocks and stuff, destruction and whatever's left behind you can salvage. Cool. Also a cool thing about the game. Oh, we're going deeper into the. Oh. I see a dude. I think it's a dude. Unless it's a bush. No, it's moving. It's hopping. Unless it's just a wavy bush. See, first the game gives me wood, then it gives me bones, and now it's giving me bush. Like, you know, this is really the best day of my life, probably. Collect. What is this? Another torch? Dude, I am Torch Man. This is awesome. Okay, so there's nowhere to go from here. Oh, wait. This way? Okay, good. The flame allows you to resist the shroud, but if you linger, you will perish. Escape the shroud to replenish your maximum time in the shroud. Oh, and there's a timer up top, you see that? So full disclosure, I have played it before, but I'm treating it like, you know, the new update happened, right? And I'm just wondering if there's anything new, anything different a new player might discover. So I'm trying to, you know, do my best to RP like I haven't seen this before, or maybe, you know, immerse myself in this new character and they don't know what's happening, right? I'll do that plenty of times. Tab to lock onto your foes. Control to dodge out of the way. Okay, so tab. I see. Okay. And then control, let me press it. Oh, it dodges forward. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Alright, I guess we gotta get on in there and boop a snood, yeah? Hey, what's... The music's good, by the way. I like it. Hi. Ooh, did we just... Okay, I thought we two-tapped him. We didn't. And it looks like your tab lock-on. You see that? Once he dropped, it tabbed to the next one. I like that. Search. Torn cloth. Sword! Take it. Okay, let's go to number 7 and equip the sword instead. That makes more sense, yeah? And I don't think you can wield both at the same time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's one or the other. Number 7. Alright, let's tab over and get on in there. Ooh. Press the wrong button, dude. There we go. I press Alt and it changed the click bar. Okay, let me tab again. Yo, I like the combat animations. They look good. It looks like they smoothed them. They smoothed them over, which I'm digging. Anything else here? Another shroud spores. I remember that's a crafting material for sure. I like the little that little animation is when you get everything from what's left behind. It just kind of pops off and goes away. That's cool. That's new. That's new. Before it would just dissolve slowly over time. Just that little animation, dude. It's really showing the devs are really fine-tuning everything. All right, so we go outside. Yeah, we're out of the shroud now. As you see, the timer went away. That's good. All right, it's time for the way out. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow. Bro, this lighting. Oh, and that's where our waypoint is. Look at us. We're a handsome devil. If you fall, you will rise again at your last return beacon. So this is the return beacon. Your save point, like if you're familiar with survival games, save points, save areas. If I don't know, a boss fight is how they'll have this area before, you know, the dungeon or whatever, where you can resurrect or res from my gamers out there. So you don't have to run all the way back from home all the way over there. So that's cool. So this is a beacon. So if we do fall in combat on the way to the waypoint, we'll just resurrect back here. Okay. Do I follow the road or... Let's follow the road. Let's be immersive. Yeah. We can, you know, jam out to... We're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Oh, I see a shroom, though. Oh, can I... Oh, I didn't do that right. There we go. Yes. Another penny bun. I'm getting so much buns. This is a good day. What's this? Harvest and eat berries to replenish your health over time. It will prepare you for the dangers ahead. Okay, so like foods. I imagine the mushrooms are perfectly safe to eat, right? Well, I probably shouldn't imagine that, right? Can I click on them? Oh, okay. Consumables, direct use, +1 intelligence for 10 minutes. A great snack that stimulates the brain. That's what I was saying. Increases your intelligence by a small amount. Okay, so this one's totally safe to nom. Okay, so if I press 5, does it just nom automatically? Nice. And look, now on the left side, we have the magic bonus, the magic buff, the little shroom icon on the left. That's cool. All right. So I guess I did go the right way because I got another pop-up of the, you know, the informative tutorial text. That's what I was hoping for. So I can see what maybe was the original intention of a, you know, a new player when they're starting a game. Oh, well, my dude, are you good? I hear footsteps. Is that you? Hey. Hey. Psst, psst. Hey, dude. Oh, this is the shrouded area. I suppose we should, hi. Oh, I found the block button. Right trigger. No, you don't. Woo! Ooh, yo, didn't even dodge. I just did the old ring around the rosy. That is awesome. Whoa! Bad puppy. Jeez. Bro, my heart. I legit just got jump scared right now. Wow, that came out of nowhere. I'm fine. Are you fine? Are you okay? Okay, I was just making sure you're okay. I'm fine. We got bones. Raw meat. Ew. Food poisoning, negative. Oof. The bone icon next to it. So so don't eat, yeah? But we'll take it because, you know, I don't know what we need it for. Recipe unlocked. Wand. Oh! We can make wands now. That's new. That is new. Okay, awesome. I was hoping I would see like new things I don't remember right away that have been added. All right, let's see a bunch of. Dude, I don't remember seeing the rams this far out. Yo, that's great, dude. There's more wildlife, more different wildlife. Awesome, and it's getting dark. Torchy time. Okay, is there any more materials to pick up here? You know, because we're heading towards this area where it wants us to lay down a home, I suppose. Oh, I lost some stamina. I guess my rest... Let me look at the left side. Rested, inactive. Yeah, it's inactive. Okay. All right. Whoa. Yo, y'all see that over there? Hold on, let me show you. Hold on, you see the red? Bro, it looks so much more dramatic at night. That's the deadly shroud. I remember that. Oh, somebody got yeeted over here. Oh, it was a bunny. R.I.P. Bun Bun. Your death will not be in vain. I will take your... There's another dead... Dude, what was destroying the wildlife here, my dude? Something was happening here. Dude, there's another one over there. What menace to society is killing all these animals? You think it was that wolf we encountered? It was probably that wolf, right? Don't worry, you didn't die in vain. Is that a rock? Wait, what is that? Is that a beehive? Is that a beehive? Oh! Shoot down beehives from trees to retrieve honey and wax. Be careful, the hives are usually protected by their swarm. I mean, I would imagine. But that's already on the ground. Can I touch it? Oh! Are they chasing? Are they chasing? No, the bees are gone. Yeah, so somebody else did something. Okay, interesting. Yo, we got wax and honey. Awesome. Ooh, I see duders over there. What the hell? I forgot about those little puffy thingies. Alright, let's go back to our area of where the game wanted us to vibe. Yeah, there's a lot more blue duders out and about now. Yeah, we should maybe set up shop over here somewhere, yeah? Let me go back to our weapons so I can see a little clearly. Oh, what is... It was a firefly. I was wondering what was highlighted over here, because I was like, why is that shining? Okay. So we need to... What was the journal? I'm pressing J to bring up the journal, and there's a quest right here. Oh, and there's Laura. I imagine this is where it puts our books that we opened. Yeah, this is where it puts our books that we opened. Okay, cool. Like our codex. And there's tutorials if there's anything you want to know at a moment's glance. Click that. And there you go. You can see things if you don't know, if you haven't played the game before. But the game, as you play, it kind of teaches you as you're going from location to location, which I've always found with Enshrouded, their new player experience and how they're guiding you. They're always refining it. As we saw earlier with the bombs, they moved the location of them so that it would make more sense to a new player on how to use them. Hey, look, they're right here for you to use. This is what you do with them. So now you know when you find them, hey, you can use them in this way. I didn't read this, though. Okay, on Flameborn. You are a Flameborn, humanity's last beacon of hope. Your inner flame protects you against the Shroud for a limited time, and allows you to venture deep into Embervale. Vanquish creatures from below. Build your empire and reclaim the land. That's the overarching quest line, I believe. This is our quest book. You currently don't have any unfinished. These are inactive. These are completed. Okay, your full quest log. Claim a spot for your base. The flame altar will mark the spot for your base. In your base, you will later be able to craft and build shelter. Craft the flame altar and place it to establish your base. You don't have to place your altar in the plains. You can choose any above Shroud area to establish your base. So that's cool that they have that. So if you take the time to read this, which admittedly I didn't when I first started playing, I just put my base here thinking, oh, this is what I have to do from the game, right? Workshops, what did I unlock? Oh, I unlocked a workbench. Oh, there's more. Aha. The basics. You need materials to craft all this stuff. But that's cool that it's there at a moment's glance. This is stuff we would need for an overarching quest in our journal. But let me exit. Alright. Wait, is this part of this claim base? Hold on, let me do AD. D. Okay, that was the first part. This is the next part, and then we haven't seen the next part. Okay, that's cool. So, like, in some quests in your journal, there'll be an A and D, which if you press those, it'll take you to a next page of this overarching quest line, and it'll show... You can see at a glance what you've done, what you haven't done. In case you get lost, if you're like me in any sense, where might have a little low-key, high-key, Alicia Keys ADD, you know? You might have that. So this is cool. It'll keep you on track of what you were doing. So in order for me to build a flame altar, what did the quest thing say? I'm trying to see if it guides you. Let me go to A. Right. Okay, I believe build, last I checked, was just the B button. No, that's something else. Right, in order to build, I need a construction hammer. I remember that much. Right? I believe. So this part could be refined a little bit, but maybe it said it already and I just missed it because my brain is the way my brain is. To mention to the player, you will need to construct a construction hammer using your workbench, but it gives you this stuff on the onset. Discovered crafting recipes are saved here. I went to my my crafting bench. Here you can find the requirements and ingredients for each recipe. Stone. You can pin recipes to get a notification once you have collected enough ingredients to craft the pinned recipe. Okay. So we need to make this first. And in order to make this... Well, we can craft this right away, actually. So all we need is stone. Okay. And in order to do that, we just got to look around for stone. We can do that. That's not too bad. Look. Like right over here. Look. See how easy? Boom. 3. Nice. All right. Now that we can do that, let's tab over and go back to that image. I just press I to go to this menu. Now we can craft one. And all you do is go right here, spacebar. Oh, you can't see it because my head's in the way. I apologize. Here, I'll put my head away here. Here. You see it? You see it? Right there. Okay, move my head back up. Okay. So craft, press the button once. Boop. There we go. And I'm gonna go to my backpack. Yeah, what I want to do is drag one of these torches into the inventory and put the hammer there. And if you ever want to switch your hotbars, these are your hotbars down here. You could just press the left alt and it'll switch them on the fly while you're in the, your UI. For instance, left alt clicking now. You see how it goes to the second bar? Yep. And then if you want to dodge, that's the control button. So they're not too close together, thankfully. They're separated by the Windows key. Now to use the construction hammer, so let me press 3. Boop. Okay. And in order for me to use my construction hammer, I need to build a flame altar. So let's go back to crafting. This is a flame altar. In order for me to craft that, it says I need 3 more rocks. Okay, doable. Let's look around for more rocks. Thankfully, the game provides. Once you kind of read things and you figure things out, the game provides. And then I'm going to press I to go back and now click it and then press space button to craft. Boop. And then I'm going to go back to backpack. Oh, and now it's here. Okay, so I don't have to drag it. I can just press alt and boom. And now it's right there. And then if I press the number 4. Ah. Aha. I recall the flame altars are your centralized air quotes base, right? And you build around that area. As you see the little borders, the golden borders right there. So wherever you put it, you see how the border moves? Those are your borders. However, as you level, you upgrade this particular altar with materials, rare materials. Going out in the game, harvesting resources, fighting enemies, bosses, stuff like that. You can then come back here, you upgrade it, and now your borders expand. Your home expands. So like always keep that in mind. The reason I brought that up was I noticed I was like pushing it over here and I'm like, well, we're by a cliff, meaning when I expand my base, let's say I place it here, it'll expand, right? But then I can't really use that space because it's empty space, right? There's nowhere to build. Granted, you can build floors, you can build stairs, and you can keep pushing it if you want to do it that way. I'd rather just have a flat surface anyway to expand with. So let me move a little more this way, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, and this way, if it expands further that way, further, the compass says east, I still have room to grow and I don't have to build any additional flooring. I'll have, a flat terrain to work with. Let's put it right here. And then in order to do that, I left click. Aha, did it. Nice. And it's so cool how the game rewards you with doing these little mini objectives. Is over time, little by little, you're unlocking more recipes. Initially, when I first played this at Early Access, this was some time ago, it was like all at once. And it did feel overwhelming, not in a bad way, because I love me the dopamine in a gaming situation, but to the point that you didn't quite know what did what, whereas now, I think it behooves a player to like, oh, what did I just unlock? Let me press a button. What did I just learn? Go to crafting and like, oh, I can make a bench now. I can make an axe now. And little by little, instead of boom, like 100 stuff you can make, you're like, oh, it's like a lot. club. Yeah, that one was new. Making a wand out of bone. That feels new to me. I don't know when the update dropped that, but that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Because before, I think I had to find a wand, and it took me a while to find one. So we got to make these as part of our main quest line. A workbench, we need string and wood logs. And we'll have to figure out how to make string. But I believe we can do that with the workbench. But let me commune with the flame and see what this says. Anytime you see the little exclamation point, that usually means the flame, the spirits of those left behind, will commune with you and give you an update on where to go, what to do. Very cryptic, but that means, hey, there's something of importance. And you want to make sure you interact with it so you continue the story of the overworld. The overarching story. Is it will hold you back from unlocking certain recipes and areas to go, certain objectives. Alright, Presty. You are not alone. There are other survivors drowsing in nearby ancient vaults. Find them so they may aid in your journey. Go gently, one beckons nearby, just outside the shroud's grasp. So that's telling me, hey, there's somebody, other survivors, beyond the grasp of the shroud. Spacebar. New quest, find the sleeping survivor. There we go. This is what I meant, upgrade altar. You see how we have a building area of 40 meters by 40 meters by 40 meters? Is when you upgrade it, you see, 80, double. And of course that expands, all those directions. So you want to make sure you set yourself up for success. Granted, again, even if you build on the side of a mountain, it's fine. You can build foundations, wooden stuff, other materials that'll hang by that ledge, and you can build further out. You can build further out if you want. Let me go back. Strengthen the flame. This is what I meant when you can upgrade your flame altar to get more buffs. Altar activation, and it gives you more areas to plop down another home if you want. It's a huge map, and you're not just bound to this one area. You can make one your home, you can make another one you build later on, and you like that location better. Ooh, I'm gonna make this my home. And you just start investing in that. You don't have to set it as home. You can fast travel at any point between these altars. Oh, and you see how that updates it? So the more of these you get plopped down, the more you upgrade them. Your time in the shroud, which is what we were just in, it's a longer timer, meaning you can worry less about the clock running down. Also, you can pin the quest, and when you pin that, you see how it's on the right side now? It's there to keep an eye on. But I'm going to unpin that. There we go. And then reskill. This is where you would also adjust your skill points if you want. We haven't unlocked any yet, I don't think. Let me look. Let me look in our inventory. Yeah, we haven't unlocked any yet. That's fine. Alright, so the real thing is to find the sleeping survivor. And in order to find the sleeping survivor, we got to go this way. Let me put my torch away because it's no longer nighttime. And you can start building right away. Like, one of the hallmarks, one of the great things about this game is the building itself. It really lets you customize a lot. I'm going to put a workbench down here first. Let me see. Just so I have it ready. Crafting workbench. So in order for me to build a workbench, I need string and wood logs. I have almost enough wood logs. I just need string. If I recall, string was made with plant fiber, if I'm not mistaken. Like little leaves in the area. Wait. Like this. Look. Plant fiber, string, bingo. Okay, so we just gotta find more of those. They look a lot different, dude. I like how they look. You kind of have to look for them. So we need enough. So you'll want to get a lot of plant fiber if you can. Trust. If you see a bunch, just pick a bunch up and then make a bunch of string if you want to do that. You use string to make bandages, if I recall. It does feel like they made a lot of improvements, dude, honestly. Like, as much more pretty this game looks like right now, it runs a lot better than it did before. They've done a great job in optimizing, and yet it's not out yet. Usually optimization is one of the last things a dev may do when making a game, because it's like, it's like if you get a new PC and you've installed a couple of games, it's been about a month, and you're like, let me take care of my PC, let me make sure it keeps running tip-top shape, maintenance. you know, the defrag, the disk cleanup, whatever. You just press a button. That's kind of what optimization is in a way, is doing a big sweep of the game files, making sure there's nothing lingering, no trash left behind, no redundancy, so that it runs as best as it can, no matter what the player will set his settings to. Wait, what was... Did y'all see something? Dude, I saw something drop down there. Did y'all see that? Was that a bird? No, it was a leaf. Okay, dude, I got so confused. Wait, this piece of wood here, can I do something to it? Oh, I can hit it. Wait, can you get wood right away? But phrasing, Jason. Yeah, I think you always could, right? You can just punch a tree if you wanted to. Does anything fall? I'm just curious. Let me see. I'm just curious, dude. Looks like so far nothing. Normally when you use a legit axe, a tool used for it, it drops a lot more efficiently. I imagine maybe you can. Dude, there's a part of me that really wants to just keep swinging at it and see if anything eventually drops. Yeah, no. It's just a bunch of splintered pieces, splintered wood. Okay, what about you? Yeah, no. That's totally fine with me. I was just wondering because I've never done that. Okay. What was I doing? String. Let me... Here you go. Now we have that. How many string did I need? 3? And 3 fiber makes 1 string, so 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay, so craft once, twice. I need 1 more. Boom. Nice. Now I just need the wood. Can I make my axe yet? I just need 4 twigs to make that, and then I can use that to harvest wood. Okay. So twigs, meaning a tree, right? Like these little trees. Can I hit those and get some twigs? I'm just curious. No? I forgot. Couldn't... Wait, what was that? Firefly. I thought that was a twig, bro. Oh, okay. I forgot. Dude, okay, I forgot. On some of these, most of these, the pop-up, the E button, you see now it's up? Is it doesn't show up unless you get to the center part of this. You see that now? See that? See that now? This one doesn't have it because you have to actually chop that, but look. Twigs, plant fiber. Okay. So slight changes, but these are good changes. As they want to make sure you're not misclicking anything, that you are intentionally going up to this area and you're actually looking to get something, versus, you know, you pressing a button when you're trying to do something else. Oh, rocks. Let's get those. And then now you're misclicking because you're like, no, I didn't mean to touch that. It's like, okay, here, there's no confusion. Look, no E button. Until you get close enough. Boom. Now you can do it. That's cool. That's good. That's a good refinement. And it's so good, I forgot that was a thing. And now there's a little bit of a dopamine hit when you realize, oh, I can do this. I can collect this for twigs and stuff. How nice. What's that? Another firefly. I'm collecting the fireflies, as I remember, in the building. You can use those, and you'll of course take care of your insects. Don't worry, those who are concerned about animals. I myself am one of those concerned with animals. The lanterns that they make with them, or the jars or whatever, don't worry, they poke holes, they breathe well, they're fine, they're taken care of. But you use fireflies as lighting if you want. Okay. Now to make the axe to harvest wood. Look, I have enough materials. Awesome. Space button to craft. Boom. Now I'm going to check in my inventory because I want to put it on my other bars here. Oh, it's already there at the bottom. Let me put my building stuff on my second bar, and I want stuff I need at a moment's notice in case things go south, like, you know, my torch, my weapons. I want to change these, actually. I'm going to put a weapon over here and then put these back here. Little food in case we need it. We'll put the food down here too. I'll put the torch back up here. Is there anything else? I think what I'm gonna do is put I'll put that here. I'm gonna put this here and this here, only because as you pick up items, the game will auto assign it to just an empty space. Okay. Alt to switch my hotkeys, or my hotbar. There it is. Number 8 was my axe. Ooh! Cut tree with left trigger. Bop. Nice, and there's a stamina bar next to it, or a stamina circle. And then you block with right click. Okay, so it can be used as a weapon if need be. Okay, and as you remember, we couldn't harvest this one just by pressing. But if you left click with the choppy and you hold it, you don't have to spam click it, you can just hold the button. Look, it does it. And look, now we have loot. Resin. Okay. Oh, can I do it with this guy now, this little duder? Yes! Woo! Now we get bunch of wood. Bunch of wood. Anything else? I like the little... These weren't here before. I don't remember these, I guess broken trees, worn down trees. This is new to me. I don't recall these being here. When I played last, when we went to this area, it was just mainly, you know, fully green, lush trees, nothing broken, no, you know, half-dead trees. That one right there in the center, that tree that doesn't have a lot of leaves, I don't remember that one at all. So I like this. They're constantly going back, looking through the world, making everything more immersive. Because visit any forest, like pick one. Not every tree is perfect, dude. That's great. I like that. That's immersive. Ooh, more wood. Okay, what else did I need? I'm going to press my I key for inventory to go back here and go back to crafting. I want to make my pickaxe. Oh, I can already make it. Yo. Nice. How does it look? Let me put it over here, actually. Actually, move you here, move you there, move this at the very end. There we go. And then with your pickaxe, which is my number 6. Aha. Ooh. You see how it highlights the ground? Fun fact, duders. Y'all can totally terraform the world if y'all want. So do note that if you permanently make a hole in your base, because your base is your base and it saves everything you do, you will have that hole there until you learn how to fill that. So if you're looking to test it, you know, you'll want to go a ways away from your base and then, you know, make a hole somewhere else and you can see what it does. But yeah, like if you see what I'm about to do here. Here, let me go over here, this area. I don't think I'm going to build over here ever. Oh, the music's so good, man. I've missed this music. All right, now I'm going to left click once. Look, now we have dirt. And now look, there's a little hole. And then if you hold the button... Oh, I got bees after me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. How about no? How about no? Can I tab target you? No? No, but I can swing. I can swing on you. Wait, where'd you go? I'm dodging this way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're taking damage. Can I eat a berry? I'm going to press number 4 to eat a berry. Oh, it stops me when I'm... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Why are they mad that I made a hole? Are you mad at my hole? Why do you gotta be so mad at my hole? Okay, I'm regenerating HP. That's why I'm like running. I'm like getting myself some HP back. Okay, moving. I'm gonna press the number 3 button. I'm gonna eat a mushroom real quick in their face and be defiant and stare at them intently eye to eye while I eat this mushroom, asserting my dominance. Okay, here we go. No! Got him, got him, got him. Woo! That was dangerous, bro. So with swarms, with bats, with enemies that fly, ideally you'll want to use a ranged weapon because it's way easier to deal with them. Let me go back to what I was doing. Pickaxe. So let's go back to our hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Low-key, we look a little like hobbits. Or like a really lean dwarf or something. Like the way our stature is in this game, we don't look like human, you know? Like little... Not tiny humans, but like not human. I don't know. Slightly smaller humans. Anyway. But when you hold the button, as I mentioned. You see how you keep digging? Look. See that? You see how we just made a little cubby? You can do this pretty much anywhere in the game, dude. It's one of my favorite things. Is I've seen, and feel free to YouTube this if you're curious, if you're seeing me on YouTube and want to see some really brilliant house builds in the game. What's the name of the site? The pickaxe, right? Is not only do you use it to, you know, to dig, you know, rocks, materials, and places like this. If you notice when I hit it, you see how I have stone on the left that just popped up? That's what it's mainly there for. Is you go to these areas, stony areas, and you can get some stone at a moment's notice. If you go to YouTube and check out, I don't know, you just put in Enshrouded Hobbit House, Enshrouded House Build, whatever, you'll see some really amazing things. You might even call them keen. He says, winking at the developer name. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. Like, people are creative, bro. I wish I was that creative. I'm not. I'm not that creative. I don't have that eye, you know, internally to see something and then start building after it. Like, unless I see it like on another screen, like, oh, maybe I can do that. But those who just have an imagination and they have something in their mind's eye and then they're able to create it. What else do I need to create? Ah, string. Okay, so I need 2 more string. Can I do it? Let me spacebar. Spacebar. I have enough. I have enough. All right, spacebar to craft my bench. Now my bench is in my number 4 because, as mentioned, when you make stuff, you pick up stuff. The game auto assigns it to a hotkey. Number 4. Okay. And then I'm just gonna place it here. Can I rotate it? Scroll wheel to rotate? No, that's the wrong button. Oh, R. And then scroll wheel. Oh, okay, okay. I want it right next to it, because this will be my little hub. All right, E to craft and repair. The reason you're like, well, why build a workbench? You're already crafting on the go. Well, that's hand crafting. A workbench, for sure, makes sense. You're able to do more with the workbench and proper tools instead of just your bare hands, right? Look, now, not only everything you could make by hand, mostly, is put here. You have other items. Hooks, a rake to do further more with your land when you want to plant and harvest stuff. A glider, there's gliders in the game, but in order to do that you need more string. We have shroud spores, which we got from those blue enemies. We need more shroud wood. The way you get shroud wood, from what I remember, is you go into shrouded areas, hitting the trees with your axe. So the same way you would get wood in the game, if you just want a different type of wood, you just have to hit the different type of, a different type of tree with the axe. Pretty easy, pretty simple. But what makes the workbench shine initially is these chests, blocks. Now, why do we need blocks for? Well, this is what you build from. Is you get this, like the blocks, as something of a, I'll call it a pallet. You know, if you ever go to Home Depot, Lowe's, a home improvement store, a construction store, where they have tons of materials all on one wooden pallet. If you don't know what a pallet is, feel free to Google that and you'll get an image. But that's basically what this is. A rough wood block is essentially just a giant block, a pallet of resource to use in building, walls, floors, which I think we can do now. I do want to make a wand first. Let me go back to my handcrafting real quick. I want to make a wand in case we encounter bees again. And thankfully I picked up 2 bones to do that. So space. I'm going to go to my inventory, and I'm going to apply it here on one of my hotkeys instead, because I want it in case I need it. There we go. All right. And, let me go back here. Let's make... Now, you don't have to do any of this if you don't want to. I just like setting up a small home to, a place to call home before I venture out and go places, get a bed down, do stuff like that. If you have enough stone, you can make stone blocks. If you have enough, you can make wooden blocks. If you have enough plant fiber, you can make roof for, a more varied home, because whatever blocks you have, your resources, your pallets, it'll pull from that and you can decide to just build that. So if you just want an all wood home, just build only wood blocks. But if you like a little more variety, if you want a stone floor and then you want wooden walls, a door, and then maybe you want something that looks a little more hay on the roof, now you're kind of getting where I'm going, right? Roadblocks, this is new to me. This is great, dude. So now you can build your own roads to lead to certain areas that you want. Is in the game, whenever you're on a road, you get a small speed buff whenever you walk or run, and you use less stamina when you sprint. So it's like a fast, it's like having a mount, but there's no mounts in this game. That's their way of doing that, is they'd rather have y'all on foot. Oh, here's the illumination I was talking about. Remember I was mentioning this? Look, little lamps. They have little holes on top. You use a workbench, plant fiber, and look, fireflies. We just need 2 more and we can make one. Here's the item information. An illumination item that can be placed in your home provides comfort, which increases the duration of the rested buff. This is why you want these. As if you have a home, you have a bed, you have a warm light nearby, some kind of lighting nearby, it gives you a buff of comfort, meaning your rested bonus is that much better. All these things have meaning. It's not just, oh, that's a nice decoration. Nah, it's a little more than that. See? It's more than that. And comfort actually helps you in battles. It helps your rest bonus. It helps your character, not only in feeling comfortable for the RP, but it's actually a buff in the game to like your health or something. All right, so what I want to do is make one of these. I'm going to make one block of wood. I'm going to make one of stone. And one for the roof. And then I would like to build with my construction hammer that I made. If y'all remember, this was how we made one, right here. We just went to our handcrafting. And now I'm going to equip it with my number 8, because that's where I put it, down here. There you go. And now you press tab to enter building mode. Now this is what it normally looks like with tab. Is it brings up your block and you can kind of see what it looks like. You select the shape you want to build with. Let me space to go to the next tutorial. Select the material you want to build with. See, the blocks are there, you see what I mean? So I'm going to say, let's pick rocks. Actually, control and scroll to go to the next one. There we go. Okay, and then space. Open the sub-menu to select from different shape categories. And that's with your tilde key. That's the number next to your number 1 on your keyboard. On controller, it'll pop that up on your screen. So if you're playing with controller, as long as you started playing the game with controller, all the tutorials will give you those controls instead of mouse and keyboard. So as you see, we found a rough wooden block. I want the stone to be my foundation. So what I'm going to do is control and scroll to the next wooden block. There it is. Now it's a stone block, you see? Now you can press tab at any time to just exit out of this. Something that's new, because this is normally what you would do, just run around, build. There was a request, and this is a newer, and I think this is awesome they put this in, is there was a request, hey, you think maybe we could have something of, I don't know, maybe a first-person mode while we're building to have a different view of our home and what we're trying to do? Great idea. So there isn't a first-person view to play the game in combat. It's not really built for that. However, in build mode, as you see in the bottom next to my face, you see that F button? There's a first-person view now. You see how it lets us do a little more with the way we move our camera now? You see that? Ain't that great? That's cool. I like these little details they're adding. So I would like to put a home just somewhere central. Just, you know, I'm just going to plop down a block, a couple of blocks, a wall. Once I get a lighting, I'll put that in there, a door, a roof. Just something simple, and then I usually go out adventuring, find stuff. And then I expand my home as I get more resources. So I start off with something, you know, pretty simple, pretty... Though I want it this high up off the ground. I guess that's the decision I have to make, right? But let's look at the foundations we have. As you see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is number 2? That's a different foundation. Much more thin, yeah. And then to rotate, you can just press R and then scroll wheel. So it's a more thin looking piece. What about number 3? Number 3 is a window frame. Okay, and then number 4 is a wall. Number 5 is a door frame. Can I R rotate? Ah, I see it. Okay. Number 6. What's number 6? A column. Okay. Number 7 is a ceiling. You see what I mean? You can have ceilings of the same material if you want just a big stone home. You can do that. I like it looking a little varied. Stone floor, wooden walls, the hay roof. We're not there yet. Number 8 is stairs. Okay. I think a solid slab of stone as my foundation, being foundation right here. Alt has more shapes. Hold on, let me press the Alt button. Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. Now you don't just have to go with the 2 meter or the 1 meter up top. You can go larger if you want. And then there's roofs right there. We'll get to roofs after I build my... And then there's terrain at the bottom here. So if you have dirt in your inventory, you can plop down terrain nodes to make the grass and everything look a lot differently. Have more rubble if you want that. So it's very... It really lets you do a lot in building. I'm just going to go for a large slab, the 4 meter. I apparently need more. Okay, so I need 256 to put this down on the floor. So I need more rock to build that, which I can do. So I press tab to get out of this menu. And then to exit completely from building mode, you just scroll out of it and look, boom. I don't even have to press the F button. It just pulled this out perfectly. Let me build more. Let me build more rock. I need 256, right? So I have 100. I need 156. So I can just press space twice. 1, 2, and I should have enough. So let me equip my hammer again. Let's go to building mode. Now this is in third person again, as you see. But as mentioned, press F for first person. It's pretty great that they added that. I love that they added that. I'm going to go in third person mode because that's my preference. But yeah, if y'all want first person mode, boom, there you go. I think what I would use first person mode is if I've already built the exterior of my home, you know, my floor, my door, my roof, and now I'm placing furniture inside and it's an enclosed space, then I think right there, that'd be perfect for me in doing first person. Let's put the foundation down here. I want it just like right there, and I'm gonna left click. Left click does it. Okay. And then I want wooden stairs, so I'm gonna go to Alt and I'm gonna find. Actually, all I have to do is press number 8 because that'll give me stairs. Okay. And then I want to pick a different material for my immersion, right? Because I have a wooden block now. I'm gonna press Control, scroll back to the wooden. There it is. All right, and now I can rotate holding R and scrolling. And I want to move it a little. Aha. And then left click. Nice. Wooden stairs going up to my home. Okay. I'll probably put more slabs down. But what's next? I think it's enough space for, you know, a bed, a light, a door. Yeah. Okay, so let's build a wall, wooden wall now, right? What was the wall? Number 2? This is a wide wall. That's probably what we need. I'd actually like a window frame instead. So rotate, scroll wheel. Okay, I need more wood. Phrasing. Context. So let me see. This one costs 58. I figured the other ones cost. So maybe I should build, I don't know, 2 more blocks of wood. So let's tab out, exit, and go right back to the workbench. This is why I like having my workbench at hand. All right, let's build 2 more of these. 1, 2. Let's go 3. You never know. All right, construction. And then tab to enter building. Now we have my window frame. Left click to place. Bop. Amazing. Do I want multiple windows? Because I'll have a door here. I'll have a window here. I would like at least a solid structure. So I'm going to go to the wide wall instead. I'm going to R to rotate. Boom. And then see if the tab, the snap works. You could always turn off snapping, by the way. If you notice next to my face on my left, your right, if you're looking at the screen, you see how it says X, use snapping? You press X. You see how it's a lot more freeform, just lets you do whatever you want. If you press X again, it'll snap. I like using snapping as I feel it keeps me on point with what I'm trying to do. I'm going to go out this way. Raise it. There it is. That's what I wanted to do. All right. And then little R rotate. There we go. This way it matches the other side. Boom. And now a door frame, which was number 4. And now R scroll wheel. Boom. And bop it. How does it look? I just tab out. See, look, a stone floor, some wooden. Yeah, this feels a little, you know, rustic to me, yeah? I know it's very claustrophobic, but, you know, it's just a small... You know, it's my first apartment. You know, it's a little studio. But, you know, the rent's good. It's in a decent neighborhood. There's pros and cons to everywhere we live. All right, so let me see. I want the roof now. I'm going to raise the roof. So let me tab. Let me alt. And then now I can see what else. I'm going to make... Ooh, we have choices on roofs, dude. Look at this. Look at all these. Ooh. Maybe, yeah, something that moves up, ideally. This way it's a little more... So it's not just a flat roof, but, you know, it kind of goes up, ideally. So what about this? Okay, and this is where I think first-person mode comes in handy. So I'm going to press F, and now I have a better view of what it's going to look like inside. You see? Dude, first-person mode is a game changer, dude, because I would spend so much time, like, building other platforms around a home to kind of get this kind of view, to figure it out of what I'm doing. That's a rotate. Oh, that's a rotate. Let me look at it from outside. Oh! No, I wanted the... Oh, that's more like a cavey dip roof. Interesting. No, I think I want, I could just do a cross roof, but I actually like the little, yeah, this. I actually like this. So let me do that there. Okay. And then can I do that again if I R rotate? Will it let me? I believe. What about here? Does it match up? Does it match up? It's always a little process to get your home looking nice. So we did that. Let me... Oh, you can right click at any time to just remove it and get your materials back, as you see. As you see on the left, you just get your materials back. Oh, that's what I messed up, was I was scrolling thinking I was rotating, and that's something I have to remember, is that I have to press R to rotate, not scroll, because scroll does this. It goes to another piece. I gotta remember to press R and then scroll, and now it does what I wanted it to do, you see? There we go. Oh, that's... Oh, I didn't... Oh, okay, let me remove it, actually. Let me remove that again. I had it too low. So I want it... Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me look at it from the outside. That's it. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to scroll... R scroll. That way. This way goes to this corner. Bingo. Okay. And then scroll again. Let me go over here. This way. And that way it goes to this corner. Boom. Tab out. Yep, that's what I was going for. Nice. Okay, so that was a user error. I keep forgetting I have to hold R to, like, rotate. But, because if you just scroll, it goes to another item. Alright, let's take a look in third person. Let's take a look at it. Let me exit out of this. Yeah. It's a little hut, you know. Very bare bones, but I do like a large foundation to build from. Keep little bugs out, you know. A high home is a good idea, especially with a strong foundation. Can't go wrong. Alright, can I build, let's go to inventory. Actually, let's go to the workbench. What about furniture? Let's see, we have all this. Oh, I unlocked stuff in the process of building that. A fireplace, yo. Let's build a fireplace immediately. Let me go to my inventory. I'm gonna move the wooden blocks back to inventory, because you don't need to have them there. I'm going to put my fireplace here. This way, when I click my number 5, boom, I can now place a fireplace. Let's... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, it's R, hold R, and then scroll to rotate. Hold R, and now I can scroll. Okay, there it is. I want it, let me see, right about... I want it in the corner, like, right up... there. And it's lit. It's lit, fam. And if you notice, we got close to it. You see what's happening? On the upper left? Look at the rested bonus. We're now getting a rested bonus again because we have light, we have a warm fire. And it ticks up to, I think it was 10 minutes. And the rested bonus essentially is like, you get a little more XP for everything you do, but also like a HP buff. Your stamina is better from what I remember. Oh, I'm apparently hungry. Okay, well, I guess it's a good time to show you how to cook, huh? So, as you notice, it says E, you hold E to pick it back up and put it back in your inventory if you didn't like how you placed it. If you press E, that cooks. But if you notice, I have my slot toggled on number 5 where it's empty. So watch what happens when I press E. Nothing happens, right? But the tutorial comes up, thankfully. So whether you have something in your slot or not, thankfully the tutorial's there. Place food in your action bar, select it, and press left mouse button or your attack button to cook it. So now if you notice, we're sitting down, we're vibing. And if you notice on my action bar, a bunch of things are grayed out, but the only things that aren't grayed out are these. Look, raw lean meat. Now, when I hold my attack button to cook it, it's cooking it now. And here's how you know when it's done. Right there. If you hold it longer than that, it will burn and just become unusable. Well, I'll show you an example. Let me do it. Let me hold it, and we'll see what happens when I hold it for too long. See, it's done now, but I'm still holding the button. Look, there it is. Look what it turned into. Tar. All right, I do have another piece. So I'm going to hold L. I'm sorry, left button. And it doesn't take long either. Look. Not only can you do it with that, I'm going to alt to bring up my other hotbar. Remember I had berries and mushrooms in there? You can cook mushrooms, baby. And it takes them out of that part of your inventory, puts them in your backpack, and then you can pick the next one up and then keep cooking. There. Berries, I don't believe you can cook. I'm pretty sure. You can only eat them. Yeah. But as you see now, look, that is now grilled wolf meat So it's not poisonous anymore. It's not bad for you anymore. You can still eat it if you need to, but it does give you a debuff. So in a bad situation, but when you cook it, which doesn't take long, just make a fire. You don't have to put a fireplace. You can just build a fire out of wood. And pretty much any dungeon area you go to, any area you encounter situations, there's usually fires nearby, and you can cook at those too. But it gives us 2 constitution, which buffs our HP. Roasted ribs were a delicacy back in the day, granting a good amount of constitution to the consumer. Delicious. And then we grilled the lean meat, +1, whereas the wolf meat's way better, because I guess it costs you more to get it, because it's more dangerous to get that. Rich in protein and delicious, but only a small snack. Increases the constitution of the user by a small margin. And you can eat that at any point. All you do is bring up your inventory, go there. You can right-click it and use it if you want to keep them here and not in your hotbars, or you can just go to your hotbars, press the button, and look at our health. You see how big the bar got? I'm telling you, it's worth doing that. And they all have different buffs. That one had constitution. You can only have 3 buffs at a time, one of them being water, which we haven't gotten to yet, but I can show y'all that if y'all wish. Yeah, we can go there. I can show y'all the water. There's not a preset, is you can only hold 3 buffs at a time, whether it's meat, another food item, a water item, whatever. But once you've got 3, that's all you can get. That's all you can hold as a character. And the way you know is on the left side of the screen. You see the green little meat icon right there? That's 1 buff. We have 2 more spaces right below it. 1, 2. So I'm going to fill the next space with my mushroom, which is intelligence, not constitution. So I'm going to press my 2. And now we have a second. You see that? All right, so I'm going to go over here. I remember there was water over here. But there's plenty of water areas everywhere. Just look for a well, ideally, and it'll give you a water pouch. So you don't need to make your own pouch to hold the water. You can just go there. little animal. I believe it was here. Pretty sure. Ooh, more lighting. Why, thank you. Ah, bingo. Right here. Water is a great source of vitality. Drink it to enhance your stamina and regenerate it faster. So thankfully I have an empty slot on my bar now. So when you press E to scoop water, we have 1 now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Thankfully water stacks, so it's not just 5. So if you just press E again, all 1 stack. And I believe you can hold up to 15, last I checked. In 1 stack. Yeah, look, it's gonna go. I'm gonna try again for 20 and see if, I don't know if maybe they updated that too. Okay, yeah, that's as much as you can hold. See? That's as much as you can hold. Meaning there's only 15 you can get from this well, because look, there's no more water in there, right? And then when you drink the water, I'm gonna press my 1 button. 3rd buff. And that helps our stamina. Oh, there's something over here too. Let's check this out. There's a fire here you could always set up. See? Look, see? The flame. So you could always come here and do that too. Grilled lean meat. Why, thank you. Wait, what's this? Ah. The raw stuff. Okay. Let me actually go to that bar and cook it while we're here. So I'm going to do is cook. I'm going to scroll over to my meat and left click. Wait for the sizzle. Easy peasy, and all you do is let go. And then when you're ready to move away, you can just press any direction. Your character will just start moving. Ooh, read. To sleep, eat, and rest. A good night's rest. Finally, a break from the tedious work. My bones are sore, but the warmth of a fire, a little shelter, and some sleep should allow me to become, well, rested. Food is getting scarce. I hear they're planning an expedition. Thankfully, I hid some rations below my bed. They will make for a nice meal when cooked over fire. To eat, sleep, and rest. I wonder who left that note. It doesn't say a name on it. Speaking of notes, speaking of rest, there's a bed. You don't just have to make your own bed to sleep on it. I found materials here, which is why I'm picking them up. I want to cook the other meat too before I do anything else. Let me cook it. Scroll over, hold it in cookie meaty. Sizzle. Nice. All right. I'm going to go ahead and rest. The reason I want to rest is if you're playing a single player game on your own server, or if you're just playing on a server, but you're the only one there, when you sleep, look what happens if you're the only one on the server. It's daylight already. You see that? It's a really cool thing. If you don't want to, you know, go out and about an adventure in the night, you don't have to. But there's lanterns, there's, you know, torches to guide your path if you want to do that. So, you know, you can if you wish. You don't have to. You're not forced to. I should probably pick up all this wood while it's here, right? Just in case. It's materials. It's useful in building. Let me spam F to pick them all up. Oh, collect this while we're here. Can we fill more water? Is that refilling? Scoop water. Now my question, does it put it in the same stack? It does. All right. So up to 19 I can hold. Well, I guess 20 technically. All right. There was something else I noticed. I know we can interact with these. So these are, if you see things like this, and you may be wondering like, I wonder. You may be wondering correctly. What do you know? Materials. You can do this with a lot of stuff. So for sure, explore, get out there, hit stuff, see if, you know, it gives you something. This one? Let me get further away. Let me get a little closer, actually. No? Let me try my pickaxe instead. That worked. Ah, there was water in there. How nice. You don't have to do that. You could always go to your weapon instead and just hit it with your weapon if you want. For instance, like over here, yeah, I can just hit it with your weapon. One more. There you go. But as you saw, if it's tall enough to be hit by a proper tool, are you referring to yourself, Jason? Shut up. You'll get materials. You'll get materials. Looks like I can't get any of these, can I? Can I destroy it though? All I get is the wood from it. All right. Ah. Arrows. Uh-huh. There was at one point a tutorial there, I remember. I guess they changed that a little bit. Oh. Oh. What's going on? Oh. Oh. I see. Come here. Come on. Ooh, ow. Ow, that hurt. Wow, where did you come from? He was hurting the wildlife. Only I get to do that. I'm sorry, that's so evil. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He says with his grilled wolf meat in his pockets. Psh, you heard nothing. I want to build my own bed though. little bun bun. Hi bun bun. What? Oh, sorry, the weapon I had. I was kidding. No. I put the weapon away. Bro, little cottontail. I was kidding. Can I crouch in this game? Wasn't this the C button? Crouch. Hey. Psst. Hey. What you doing? I'm friendly. I know I'm naked, but I'm friendly. Hey. That sounds weird. Hi. What's poppin'? What y'all doing? Hi. Wait, what's the... Oh, that's new. Yo, that's new too. The little exclamation point, that wasn't there before. I don't remember that. That's great. It's an indicator that shows you how close they are to like running away, and like I guess you can know the window of timing of what's happening. That's awesome. Love it. I wanted to make a bed. Here we go. So I need more string. Easily doable. Let me go back to my handcrafted items. Let's do boop boop, and then go back here. Touch the button, press space to make it. Now it's in my inventory. Let's place it. All right, we're gonna have to make it. We're gonna have to expand pretty soon, right? But at least it's here for now. Wait, can I rotate? R to rotate? Can I fit it in the... Maybe right here? I'm okay if it like clips on the wall, I don't mind that. But just there. Yeah. Okay. That works. That's enough. And then I should probably build the door, right? Construction. Tab. Let's see what shapes we get. Terrain, roofs. I'm missing materials. Huh? I'm missing material. Oh, the roof. I've already used all the material for the roof. No wonder. That's fine. Here we go. This was a door. That's a narrow wall. That's not a door. There is a way to build a door, right? I totally forgot. I may not have unlocked that as a piece to use to build too. Let me see what we have. We have a little single wall block, and it's empty because I don't have materials for it, is what it's basically showing me. These I have materials for, so it's showing me those. That's a window frame, wall, door frame. Wait, door frame? Let me rotate that. What is... Interesting. Don't quite remember that one. Column, ceiling, stairs, stepped wall. Stepped wall? Oh, that's cool. Oh, and a little... Okay. Okay. There's more you can do. I don't remember how to build a door, I'm going to be honest. I'm okay with it. I know we just started the game. Probably it's a recipe I just didn't unlock yet, and that's totally fine. Yeah, because the most I could do is put, you know, this down. And it would completely, you know, close up the wall, which we don't want to do. So let me not do that. We'll come back to it later. What else can we craft? I'm pretty sure it's just some material that I have to plop down. Yo, look, doors, bingo. See? It was right there. All I had to do was look. See? Awesome. Let's make a door. And then, let me guess, it's in my inventory and I gotta put it down somewhere. Bingo. Okay, there it is. Press my number 3. I now have a door. Oh, let me press X to use snapping this. There we go. That's what I want. Alright, let's check it out. I'm gonna need it to open up the other way. Can I pick it up? Nice. Okay, cool. I'm gonna need it to let me press R to rotate. I'm gonna need it to open up my way, because it's a small home and it really shouldn't. No, well, that works. That works for now. That works for now until we're able to, you know, expand. Okay. Oh, I should probably regen some health. Then I have a shroom or a steak or something. Well, I could use more water, so let me drink some water. Because my buff was running up. And then, I don't know. Maybe some grilled lean meat. Let's eat some of that. You can press 5 or you can left click since you have it selected. Food type already active. That's what I meant, is when you already have a buff active from something specific, it won't let you pop it again. I believe you can regen health by sleeping, right? I think. I might be wrong. No, that wasn't a thing, but bandages are a thing. Hold on, there's bandages. So you can press your number 6 to apply them. There you go. And it does it over time, so you want to let it run before you spam it again. As you see there's a timer on the left. There we go. Cool. I could have made clothes, bro. I was just too busy making all this other stuff. This is cool. We've already learned to make fences. And all we were doing is just kind of getting our home set up. Oh, we already have dishes. Yo, the immersion. Ooh. Let's get a window. One window, promise. We're doing more here. Hold on. Okay, window. No. Let me go outside to apply it, actually. Here. Yeah. Nice. Let me go inside and look at it. Oh. My door is off kilter. Let me fix my door again. Now I realize why I looked the way it looked, because I didn't do it right. Oh, wait, what did I just do? I pressed the button too quick. No. Where's... Oh dear. What did I do? Where did I put... I put my door in there somewhere? I did not. I did not just do that, did I? Door. Up. Oh dear. Can I... Oh, thank goodness, I can just pick it back up. Jeez, I am so... Okay. That was my fault. I messed up. There you go. Okay. Can I do it again? Man! Hold on. I know. This is me. This isn't the game's error. This is me. Hi. It's me. I'm the problem. There we go. Okay. Better. Those who already saw that ahead of time and they're like, bro, it's gonna look so awful. You gotta fix it. I'm like, I know. But look, the window looks pretty good. That looks great, dude. Awesome. Actually, can I pick that up from here? I probably need to pick it up from in here, right? Yeah, I didn't realize I didn't have it fully flush against there, so let me do this again. I guess it's supposed to stick out a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Oh, because it's connected through the... Oh, I see, to the bottom part. Okay, okay, that's fine. That's cool. Okay, cool. Let me see, what else could we make? This is like just what I like doing in the game, just building a bunch of stuff, building a home, and then from there finally actually doing stuff. You can build the lighting as mentioned. All you need is resin, bones, and a candle to make this. Fireflies for that, or these. No, these are actually just resin. Oh, okay. 9 stands, benches, stools, some tables. And as you build more stuff and you unlock more materials, as you see, since we discovered tar, we discovered this recipe, because with logs and tar, we can make tarred shingle roofs and tarred wood, so it's a darker wood. You still need to make this kind of stuff. Honestly, so far as like, you know, if you're a new returning player just starting out and you're wanting to test the game and check it out, I like what they've done. There's little things they've done that I feel make the starting experience. Dude, it looks good too. We just put this down and the textures of it look great. And then the animal changes, there's more wildlife around, and that little notification that shows you that they see you and then they're ready to run. All those little details. The trees, the addition of more varied trees is great. Optimization, like, it runs better than I ever remember it. It was so much more responsive. Yeah, they've done a lot. I know the update included a lot of other things. If you want to check out the update, be sure to go to the Enshrouded game over at Jasongains. You can see the entire patch notes. They've done a lot more, especially for those who have been playing for a while and they're looking for something new to do, new dungeons, new regions. There's plenty of new regions. I mainly wanted to see what it's like for, you know, someone coming back to the game if they were to start a new character. Because that's what I would do, is once the game's fully out, I would just make a brand new character and see how it feels. And they've refined it, dude. They've made great changes, some small, some larger, way more informative. This is going to be a banger when it's fully out, dude. It's already a banger, honestly. It looks great, plays well. We haven't had any issues with the game running. The combat felt very solid. The little dodge mechanic and your stamina bar to use it. So if you're a fan of Dark Souls, let me show you the weaponry. So this was the combat animation, a three combo. But if you want to block, right click, see, and then dodge. Not only that, you can jump and hit if need be. Ain't that great? Something that a lot of games will miss. Oh, I forgot the wand. Let me see. Ah, here's a wand. And if you're more of a ranged magic user, you can do this one instead, where you left click to attack. It only goes so far because it is a wand. But that's the animation. You can just spam it until it, you know, stops being durable. Actually, I didn't even check what kind of damage type it is. Let me look at it. Oh, it's an ice wand. Okay, so that's what this wand does. I guess it's random. It'll either be something or another. But it gives you a little bit of mana regen, overcharge. A magic wand carved out of bones. Lifeless and cold, it shoots magical ice projectiles. Overcharge. This wand holds a chance to amplify its damage output. Attacks deal bonus damage up to the overcharge percentage, which is cool. So occasionally it's kind of like crit, if you think about it, like a critical hit. So occasionally it has items. That was something I know magic users were mentioning, is that their damage was just, you know, 50, 50, 50, 50. You know, just it never fluctuated like melee or bows. Whereas now it looks like they put that in the base mechanics of these wands. Maybe stabs have the same thing now too, where there's an element to possibly get a big boom instead of the small boom, because, you know, it's built in. And that makes combat feel a lot more fun. Dude, it looks great. But having said that, duders, I am going to go back to the main menu. I hope you've enjoyed us taking a look at the new update, and seeing how it feels. I know I'm still clothless. If you want to see some of my other characters, here's Pineappleless. That's one of the base armors you can make in the game. Fine Apple is another character I made. This is I think it's more like cloth and leather. There's a lot of cool armors you can make that you just make yourself. You make them yourself. Chilequiles Ham, this is the Twitch armor you get, so be sure to check it out whenever Enshrouded streaming on Twitch, and there's drops live. Hang out, check out their streams, check out our stream if we're doing Enshrouded, and you can just win some free cosmetics. They look great, dude, and the physics, the way they look like that in the game. That's another character I made. And this was my max character at first level. He was going to be like a mage healer kind of archetype. There's a lot of varied clothing. Let me go back to the dude we just made. Go to Little Jane's. Maybe we'll come back and play Jane's again. I don't know. If y'all like Enshrouded, if y'all want to see more of this on YouTube, you want to see more of this on stream, chime in the comments below. Let me know. I'm down to play it. I like the game. I only play a game, though, lately, if, you know, there's people wanting to watch and hang out and view it, since this is my free time when I play games. And since I'm doing it on Twitch and YouTube, you know, ideally, I'd like to have some company. I'd like to have some people hang out. We'll chit-chat about the game, talk about nonsense and all the good stuff. But having said that, dudes, we're going to head out. Take care. Be safe. Use protection. Wash your hands. Brush your teeth. Use hand sanitizer because germs. And I will hopefully talk to you later. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check us out at www.twitch.tv/jasongainz. We are jumping into Assassin's Creed Shadows. Having a blast. I've been really enjoying it. And we'll be live tomorrow, which is March the 20th, 2025, at 10 a.m. Central, 10 CST. That'll be tomorrow. We're going to jump in there. Hopefully we'll see you then if you want to catch up on the shenanigans we had in Assassin's Creed Shadows. We did start playing it yesterday. A little bit of a pop-up bonus stream as I was able to get off work and we played there. And feel free to check out the VOD. It's here on YouTube. It's there on Twitch. But other than that, take care, guys. Bye. Love the music. All right. Bye. Love your faces. Ch-ch-ch.